Jai Mataji. Today is the seventh day of Navratri, and I thought we'll do slightly different. Imagine a prisoner in a jail. What are his requirements? Two: food, freedom. When does he require food? Perhaps in the morning, afternoon, evening, or a couple of other times. When does he require freedom? All the time, isn't it? Imagine you invited a guest for dinner. He comes for dinner. You offer him a sumptuous food, very nice food. After finishing food, you tell him that you please sit here and I have some work and I start working on office, work on laptop, and do not attend him. What does he feel? Does he feel respected? Is respect requirement all the time? Is food requirement all the time? The food is required only at specific point of time. Respect is required all the time. Like freedom is required all the time. The food, comfort, all those things are requirement of the body, physical requirement. They are required at specific point of time in life. This requirement of self, let's call it soul or self or anybody, for easy word, we use it self. Self requirements are all the time. I need freedom all the time. I need respect all the time, isn't it? Now, today we are going to talk about relationships. Relationships is between whom? Self to self or self to body? Ideally, it have to be self to self, isn't it? The way I have my physical body and self, and I have my physical requirement and self requirement, the other person also has a self, and other person also has a physical requirements. Now, between self to self, for relationship to blossom, there are specific requirements which needs to be met. What are those? There are 9 things which is listed. I will read it out for you. You might want to note, these are fantastic. If this is there between two self, the relationship blossoms. The first being trust. Respect. Care. Vatsalya, guidance. Gratitude. Kritagnata. Sneh, affection. Pride. Gaurav. Faith. Shraddha. And love. Prem. Once again, okay. The trust, respect, care, guidance, affection, pride, faith, and love. These are the requirements between two individuals as a self. Now, why the relationships sometimes are not good? Perhaps one of the element is missing. The moment one of the element is missing, the relationship goes bad. We're going to talk about relationship and in specific about trust today. Let's talk about something else. Who wants to be happy here? More or less all the hands goes up, isn't it? Everybody wants to be happy. Are we happy always? No, isn't it? If we want to be happy, that's called intention. Are we able to stay happy always? No, it's competence. Intention, competence. Do you want to keep other people happy? Intention is yes. Are you able to keep other people happy? Perhaps no. Competence. We need to differentiate between two things: intentions, competence. Do you trouble somebody intentionally? No. Do you think somebody is troubling you intentionally? Answer could be yes. Office ke andar, my boss is intentionally troubling me. When it is about others, it is intention. When it is about me, I don't do it intentionally. It is all competence. The understanding, this is a fulcrum point of relationship. If you understand between intention and competence, the whole game changes in relationship. Now look at it. Your spouse or children or somebody makes mistake. When you think it is intention, what kind of emotions get generated within you? When you think it is done intentionally, you start feeling angry, you start feeling irritated, you start feeling awkward, disgusting, everything basically. But when you see the person that he has done something wrong and you see this is an issue with competence, what kind of emotions get generated in your mind? Responsibility, isn't it? There's a responsibility. Imagine a small child. A small child is asked to bring a tray with 6 glasses of water. As he walks towards you, the glasses fall down, and this was his first attempt. Do you think it is intentional or it is a competence? You will definitely say it's a competence. And the moment you say it's competence, you don't start shouting at him. You start supporting him. No, you should do this way, you should do that way. Because at that point of time, you feel you have a little bit more competence. The moment you think there's a problem with intention, the relationship are going to go bad. In today's world, the tolerance is very low, isn't it? We're very intolerant about each other because we always tag other people's did or misdid as intention and not competence. They say, isn't it, the love at first sight and divorce at first fight. We're not able to carry or keep up with each other because we always feel that it's done intentionally. Whereas if you can differentiate between these two, the life can become bliss. This is one part of managing a relationship. Try to see it as a competence. Feel responsible. The second instance I would want to say, the second point, and then we close. Relationships, when we want to maintain, I think understanding is very important. The one part we've understood that yes, competence issue, the intention issue. I'll tell you a story which was told by another trainer that he had some issue at work. He comes home, he wanted to have a tea. His wife brought a cup of tea. The moment he sips the tea, he badly wanted a tea, and the moment he sips the tea, there is no sugar in it. And he shouts at the wife, "You don't even know how to make a tea." Throws the cup down there. The wife do not respond. She just picks up the pieces of cup and goes. After some time, she brings back another cup, and then it had a tea. She goes back. Now, trainer said that when she left, I was just sitting very quiet and thinking that there was an issue at work, and I just shouted, I bursted at my wife for no reason. Thousands of thoughts were going on in his mind. He used this word, "Hazar narak mere man mein chal rahe the." The hell is that. You don't have to die and go somewhere else to live in hell. Hell is here. When you're confused, you're in non-acceptance stage. That's the hell you're living in. He calls his wife after some time. And with a lot of courage, he says, "Look, I had a problem in office. And when you brought the tea and there was even a small mistake, I actually put out all the anger of a work situation on you. I really feel very sorry about it." And she smiled and said, "Oh, I didn't know. I was wondering why you behaved like this. I was watching television and there was some nice serial going on, and by mistake I just forgot to put the tea in the first instance." Now, if you understand this whole scenario, imagine after 1 or 2 years, the fact of the thing which happened, that the person shouted and broke the glass, cannot be changed. But the instances and incidences of life has memories attached with it. The one was leaving the clash or a conflict open if he had not called wife and left it as it is. If he remembers after 1 year, he will still feel bad about the instance that, oh, I did something bad to wife. The wife, when she remembers after 1 year, she would think that yes, he was very angry on me and I had absolutely no intention to, do those things. It was more about competence at that point of time. So she will feel bad about it. The incident is not closed. When incident is closed, the way he called and said, sorry. Now what happens? After 1 year, when he remembers that instance, he will not feel bad about it. He will say, yes, the fact was there. You cannot undo the past, but you can change the feelings associated with it, the emotions associated with it. Now remember your own life. There are so many open incidences, thousands and thousands of open incidences of conflict and not closed. With this kind of conflicts, which is open, how can you think that we can be happy? And if we do not remain happy, how can relationships blossom? When you can trust somebody that whatever wrong I do, in whichever situation I am, he would not doubt my intention, but he will understand that it could be a competence issue. Then you say there is a trust. The likewise reciprocal also. When other person does something wrong, in any case whatsoever, you will never ever doubt intention of other person. But you will say that it might be competence issue, mutually. If you have somebody like this in life, then you have a very trustful, unconditional trust relationship. Now you can close your eyes and think about how many people in the world you know on whom you can trust unconditionally. Whatsoever happens wrong between you, nobody doubts intention. How many people are there? If you have somebody, you're very lucky. You're going to be happy. If you do not find somebody, you could be millionaire or billionaire or anybody in the life. You're not going to be happy. The trust, unconditional, is a foundational value of any relationship. The two things I'm leaving with you all today. Whenever there is an issue, try to see if it is a competence or its intention. The first trigger could be that I want to think it as an intention. Please avoid and be conscious that it could be competence issue. The second thing, things can go wrong. We're not competent enough yet. Things can go wrong. We also could do the things wrong. Try to have a closures of the incidences in life. There is nothing late till the time we are left leaving this world. So you can close the incidents which are open maybe 10 years ago. Close those incidents. Closure and understanding. I think this will help in maintaining wonderful relationships. I hope this was helpful. Today's emotion, the way I intended, was a trust, building trust and maintaining wonderful relationship. God bless all of us. Thank you so much.